to Still Drippin' Happy Hour. Welcome to episode 206 of the Still Drippin' Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
Yes, sir. Live and direct.
We're doing this thing. All right,
Yeah.
Hayes. Well, before we get started on episode 206, I feel like we've got some great stuff to talk about. So we'll get into
Out of
it
nowhere.
quickly,
It's been a very
You were right,
eventful
though.
2 days.
You were right, though. It's the All-Star weekend.
Yep.
That's what's coming up. We should have known. Yep. We should have budgeted for this. But regardless, we're here.
Let's just get right into it, man.
We got stuff to talk about. Go follow the Instagram, hit subscribe on the YouTubes. We had a flurry of new downloads this past couple weeks. Interestingly enough, some Russians, some Ukrainians. I mean,
Shout
we're
out
bridging
to Russia.
peace, man. World peace is what we're about here on the pod. That Bob Marley hat makes it, all come together.
Look what it says. Let's be friends.
Look at that.
I've had since I was in the 3rd grade.
Oh my gosh! You had a big head in the 3rd grade.
No, it was huge on me. It used to have a puffer thing, but I lost in somewhere in the 90s. Anyway,
somewhere 30 years ago.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I mean, how can you hate on this? Let's be friends.
I mean, it's fabulous.
This is such a classic 80s. There's no doubt. This is 80s. This is 80s love. Let's be
friends.
What a great time what a great time of life that
the 80s.
The kids
will never know about.
Hat that says "Let's be friends."
Yeah.
Anyway,
be interesting if the world will ever get back to people wearing hats that say "Let's be friends" on a regular basis.
There we go.
All right. Well, episode 206, titled "New Shoes" because of personal items. But you know what? Let's get to new shoes that we've seen in the past 3 hours.
2 days. Yeah. Oh, yes.
I mean, insane. So let me see if I can screen share here because
Wait, what's inside the box? I
can do that if you need me.
No, it's fine.
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
There you go.
There you go. Let's share this window. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander gets the Shea 001. I don't know if they're doing a James Bond thing there, but I call it the 001. Feels James Bondy, if that's a thing. So here you have it.
Can you go to this other view? Yeah. I mean, do you want me to go first or you want to go?
Yeah, no, you go for it.
Horrible. These are horrible. If I'm psalming, there's definitely shades of the Jaylen Brown. The Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Remember, it's very Jaylen Brown shoe. It's also very Iverson, the question. It's got a lot of those vibes to me. With an Anthony Edwards 1 sole is what it feels like.
I can see the sole. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I really like this colorway, not on this shoe. This shoe does not look like it should be brown.
I agree. The colorway and silhouette combination is not very good.
Yeah.
This shoe, if I'm psalming this shoe, it's like I really don't know. The heel part of the sole, midsole, is very interesting.
Go back to that other view.
It's
please.
like like this back part is
really big.
It's really big, and I can't put my finger on it. I want to say Trae Young, but that's not the right shoe that I'm thinking of. The upper part of the heel looks like a Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the sole as well, like the very bottom of the shoe may look like Kobe-esque. Aside from that like midsole heel area, but the front, I mean, this is somewhat of a deep pull, but think like 2006, no, 2004 Tracy McGrady's. Like the T-Mac 3s, maybe the ones that tied, Velcroed, and zipped. If you remember those, this is what that shoe reminds me of. Yeah, unfortunately, it's very Shea, but it's very ugly. I think it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think we could have done way cooler, in my opinion. So
way simpler. For your first model, maybe go for something that you can try for off court as well. And you're not going to wear a zipper shoe. It's the same reason why, I love the Jordan 8s, and they're also one of the hardest ones to pull off because of the straps. Yeah. And that's how this feels. It's just should have gone more simple.
Yeah. No doubt. I agree.
It's a miss.
Yeah. It's like with the zipper in this colorway, it's like a Timberland almost.
Like very Timberland. Good
Shea's from Canada though. Like you're not from New York. I don't know. Maybe this is like a Canada thing.
Can you go to the other angle one more time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It really wasn't until I saw this picture where I realized, for me, man, the Converse logo is really great. Always has been. It's such a classic good look. Just the arrow with the star. Man, that's a really good logo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's no logo on the shoe at all, which is just so weird.
Well, what is that on the tongue? Is that his?
That's his logo, and I still don't understand it. Is he number 2?
Yeah.
Probably. It's like a 2.
This view of it, when you see the top of it, it's just horrible. The top, that view, cat.
Yeah.
It's just like oh man,
wing. The wing coming off right here.
Yeah, the wing horn.
It's like it reminds me of like the Titans logo. Like, one of those flames coming off the.
I would like to hear whoever he collabed with to design this, hear their thoughts on this. It'd be interesting to know what we were going for with this shoe.
Yeah.
This, by the way, we learned about this. This news broke maybe an hour and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's hot off the press. So we had to talk about it. We've been talking about the potential for this shoe for a while.
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was the next one to get it. And so, yeah, I don't know. Just super weird.
Very weird.
Okay. Well, like we said before, this is hold on one second. I'm trying to give you a better viewing experience.
This cat just took a crap 3 feet from me, and it smells horrible. It is awful. Yeah. Oh, yuck. Oh. I'm just gonna smell this.
We'll just do that. All right. Yeah. So here we go. Now let's move into All-Star Weekend. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna skip around a little bit through the slides because you mentioned the first shoe should be one you can wear off court. And we have one of those shoes that came in a special PE this week, and I thought it was extremely dope. Devin Booker broke the Suns' all-time scoring record, and the previous owner of that record was Walt Davis, who wore this PE of his Converse sneaker. And so Nike and Converse, being under the same umbrella company, did a collab and made this shoe.
Yeah,
And
this is really sick. Great idea.
that's really cool. Yeah, co-branded with the Converse on the back. You've got Walter Davis and his scoring number for the Suns, and then Devin Booker's scoring number for the Suns with a plus sign next to it. I mean, the execution, they did this perfectly. They made it exactly like the one
I
that they were
knew.
going
Listen,
for.
I almost said this out loud as soon as I saw it, and I can't believe I did because I was right. I was like, I know Walter Davis. I love Walter Davis. He's a Carolina guy. Makes total sense.
Yeah,
Go Heels. He's from Charlotte.
and okay, there you go.
How about that?
Um,
So now I hate
that'll
Devin Booker. Thanks, Devin.
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, the details on this, it's just so cool. Everything
Yeah.
they did, it reminds me of when Adidas and Reebok did the Dame Gnosis with the Shaq Gnosis and Damian Lillard's. Trying to think of other co-branded stuff, but there's not many. You don't get a lot of this like Converse and Nike or Adidas and Reebok. So I just think those things for me are just really unique and really cool. Devin Booker, honestly, I feel like he should have been the Converse signature athlete over Shea.
Hmm.
I mean, he got they announced some background. They announced his signature sneaker before the season last year, and for his media day photos, he still wore Converse.
Mm-hmm.
And he had his own sneaker. I mean, it was already out. And he had already played in them. And so that was just one thing that's like super weird. Like he wants to be his own individual. He should have been the Converse guy because he can rock stuff like this. Like if this shoe was a Converse, we'd still be praising it for how good it is. It's a good shoe. It's simple. Maybe too simple with Converse because I feel like their stuff is overly simple anyways. But yeah, I mean, is this the best of the Devin Booker shoes? No. But it's really cool. There's a story. It's not going to release to the public, so it makes it even cooler. But yeah, I love what they did here. Absolutely cool.
One little detail that is it's not funny. I actually saw a on I think it was Instagram this week, a guy talking about names or nicknames that of the past that would not fly today. Have you seen that guy talking?
No.
And it starts with rap, and it's like Curtis Blow would never. There's a rapper from the 90s. His name was Mr. Cheeks, and it was like it would never. You'd never name yourself that today.
Doesn't translate.
And I feel like Walter Davis, his
Sweet
shoes, Sweet D, does not. It does not fly in this world now. But it's hard not. I'm an idiot, and so I immediately noticed that. Ooh, Sweet D.
Yeah, I figured we might say something about that. There might be a reason they didn't put Sweet D on the Devin Booker shoes.
Probably so.
Oh man! All right, well, we'll move on. We'll jump back to the All-Star Game stuff here. So here's mostly Nikes. There's one Adidas on here releasing for the All-Star Game. This AE1 Low is the only Adidas on here, but you've got the Galaxy foams coming out. You've got the Kobe's with the stars on them. The Black
Those
Toe
dropped today.
Reimagined.
The Kobe's were today.
Oh, that was. Yeah.
I really
I missed that one.
I didn't even try because I looked on StockX and they were only going for like $250. And so I just decided not to try.
Interesting.
But, I really like those. Those are really dope shoes.
Yeah. The new bread ones, I was thinking when I sold mine, and I'll tell that story later, that I could get these. I know people are saying these are more true to the shape. They're comfier. I don't like the shape of this one.
Really?
What do you think of this bread one right here? Like, look at that one compared to the black toes.
Yeah, it looks a little pointy on the. Looks a little pointy.
I think it's more OG is
Hmm.
actually what it is, but I just don't like it.
Hey, by the way, I was wrong. The 12 in the Kobe is 320.
Okay.
I was,
By the way,
I
the
was- I
black
was
the
quite a bit
black
off.
toes come out 2 days from now. So on Saturday, the black toes come out, and I think that's a reimagined, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not. It has the Air Jordan on the side. That's why I was thinking.
Oh, maybe it is.
Just I don't know now that I said that. I'm not seeing anything that says reimagined on it. But it does have the original Jordan holding the shoes on the box. But yeah, they're just calling it black toe.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe not.
I mean, if you've got Chicago ones, it's not that big of a deal. Right?
I agree. Yeah, I like the Chicago ones a lot. The reimagined that I have way better than this one.
I wish I'd gotten those.
Yeah, so that's probably one of my top 3 shoes that I wear. But yeah, Hayes, I do have a question about the middle row here. What do you think about the Black Label stuff that we're
it's
getting
been
from Nike?
It's been well documented. I don't love all black shoes. It's very rare that I have any.
Mhm.
So I mean, they're okay. They're just okay.
Yeah,
Cool
I think
idea.
yeah,
Whatever.
I think it is a really cool idea. Does not go well with the All-Star game uniforms that I've seen that are very, very bright and colorful, which is interesting. But it's a cool concept for an All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
Black and gold, with some
Is it
spots
in
of color,
Atlanta?
but
Crap, where's the All-Star game?
it's in Golden State
Golden
in
State.
San Francisco.
Okay.
So yeah, stuff for that'll kick off tomorrow. I mean, the All-Star game is pretty much a snooze fest. Hopefully, I mean, I'm still gonna watch the dunk contest, the 3-point contest. I might watch the game because I think it'll be a lot quicker. There are 40-point games and it's a tournament, so you have 3 40-point games. So those could be over in 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, you think those guys, 40 points is not a lot for them,
Mhm.
especially in
It's
an All-Star
understood
game.
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be interesting to see how fast and maybe if you're only playing to 40, if a guy hits 3 threes in your face, you might want to lock up and like not be embarrassed. But we'll see. In the way the teams kind of sorted out, looks kind of fun. I mean, you got the old guys on Team Shaq, you've got the international guys on Chuck's team, and the young guys are on Kenny's team. Which to me, it says like the NBA told them to draft like that.
Yes.
Like, we can't.
Yeah. You think that's on accident?
Right. No way. We can't. It'd be lame if we did it, but if you guys draft this way, it won't be lame. So here's your teams that you're going to draft for sure. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. I mean, I like the way they did it.
I think it's so stupid. I think it's such a gimmicky.
It is gimmicky.
They're just it's just such a. They're just at this point they're desperate to make it not so bad, and the ratings are already down for everything, and so it's like we have to make the All-Star game somewhat interesting, where it's not just team scoring 200 points and shooting 100 threes, right?
Yeah, it's been terrible, and so anything to mix it up. But I I truly don't think it's going to be any better. But I'm an
Oh, I don't
NBA sicko, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just think, yeah, it's not gonna be good until people actually care. Like there was one year that like Giannis cared, right? And it was okay, but he's the only one out there that cares. And so you don't have the Kobe anymore, those guys. So it's really just not worth it. I mean,
You know what? I mean, I feel like I've talked about this a lot. I'm a big Luca fan. I'm the trade to the Lakers makes me want to throw up just because I hate the Lakers. But he has always been extremely disappointing to watch in the All-Star game.
oh
He's
yeah,
the laziest of all of them. And
and
that's
Jokic too.
Yeah, and that's very anti-Kobe. Kobe always, man, wanted to show out. And same as MJ, like those guys wanted to put on a show in All-Star, and that's just not the case anymore. And I don't know why, other than they just don't want to get hurt and it's not worth it for them to potentially lose money. Like that's got to be the only driving force. Yeah, but I hate that they just take it so unserious. And
I know it. Yeah, that's the only way to fix it is people have to actually care, and a lot of people, or the best people, have to actually care. I don't. Yeah, I just and along with that, even the dunk contest. I mean, the back-to-back champion is a guy who's played like half an NBA game. That's not
and they bring a man out of for this year,
right?
Because they're desperate.
Exactly. And maybe, Stephon Castle looks like a pretty good dunker. Bazelis seems like he can get up. But it's like whoever started the rumor that like you have something to lose going in the dunk contest? Like LeBron's the one who started it actually. Because LeBron never went in it. And if LeBron goes in it, Ja goes in it, Anthony Edwards goes in it. All these guys, like Michael went in it. Kobe went in it, and so maybe
it was a thing. It was a status.
It was like when you were young, you go in the dunk contest. Now they didn't go in when they were established all-stars. Like Kobe wasn't an established all-star when he went in the dunk contest. And so that's the thing is like, okay, I get you might not want to do Saturday night and Sunday night, but it's like at least they're getting these rookies in who can jump. At least I don't know if they're any good at dunking. For show. But you had Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine did a great job bringing it back. And so it's got to be a thing that people that like you don't have anything to lose. If you lose the dunk contest, who freaking cares?
Yeah.
But if you win the dunk contest, look at Vince Carter's going to the Hall of Fame because he was a dunker.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he played 22 years, but like those 22 years are largely irrelevant if he doesn't have those dunks.
Mm-hmm.
And so that to me says you don't have anything to lose. Like Aaron Gordon obviously got robbed, but LaVine, I mean, people are going to remember those dunk contests. That's why Ja needs to go in it. That's why Zion, we'll talk about him later, could go in it, but I mean, he would probably get hurt, to be honest.
Yes, that's fair.
So, anyways, that's enough of my rant on All-Star Weekend. I'll keep going. We had another off-court shoe coming up. Similar, I put these on there because they're akin to the Devin Bookers, I guess. Damian Lillard gets an Adidas Superstar. That's Dame time. I'm a Dame guy. I like Dame a lot. So
big fan too.
This logo on the heel of the Superstar is really cool. I don't know a ton about Dame. I don't feel like he's on aside from rapping is out there like a ton on social media, but it feels like he would wear a Superstar. Like it just feels like him. And so I really like that.
And he's from the Bay Area, and this feels like this is dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Those are really cool. Those are coming out sometime this month. If you're a huge Dame person, go for these. I'm not going to get them because they're Adidas. So
me too. Agreed.
All right. Just threw these on here. Bricks and Wood New Balance 1000.
Wow.
And they also have a Fresh Foam basketball shoe. So this was because of a basketball shoe. It's something about the crossover from New York between basketball and street everything, and so I don't know the yellow if that's like the Bricks and Wood thing, their color. The bottom shoe is pretty terrible, but the top one, I mean, I could see people wearing this. Not me, but I could see people wearing
Okay,
this.
I was gonna give you a lot of crap. What
Yeah,
is
no
going
way.
on with this bottom one? It's a basketball shoe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a basketball shoe. Horrible colors. Like that is a
Yeah, the top one like
It's
has some
just-
black
again,
mixed in,
man,
but
if
the
you're-
bottom one's like a team shoe.
if you're playing the game, man, very phallic. Like that is a very phallic color. I'm not a fan of the top one at all. I don't
Phallic. I don't know if
think
you're
that is a phallic color. It's called
you're-
bricks and wood.
if your computer
it's-
resolution is off, because those are like bright yellow.
It looks like tarnished yellow, flesh yellow, Caucasian flesh yellow. Is what that
No,
looks like.
it's
Yes, it does.
It's like a little darker than lemon. but it's-
Resolution smesolution. This is flesh.
You need to update your. Go on a different computer and watch this YouTube back. That is not
Both
flesh yellow.
these are terrible.
Not at all.
It doesn't matter. Both of them are horrible.
This top one's a New York City shoe. That's got to be where Brooks and Wood is
Or an
from.
old man.
Bricks and
This
Wood.
is an old man running a marathon shoe. That's exactly what that is. It's not even a good model. Oh, the New Balance 1000 is crap.
All right. Well, next up. Oh, here we go. This is the second edition of the Voodoo colorway of the Air Jordan 1 Low. This is a Zion Williamson New Orleans Voodoo colorway. And I just want to applaud Nike and Jordan because they just need to give Zion, if they're stuck, if a part of Zion's contract is him getting signature shoes, just make them off-court shoes. I mean, that's all he's wearing.
Well, did you get the thing I sent? Are
No.
we gonna look at that? No.
I don't think I did.
So
What was
speaking of the most unassuming launch of a signature shoe ever is the Zion 4 dropped on Nike, and you never heard about it. Neither did I. Nobody heard about it. And sure enough, it's on Nike.com right now. Go look, and it's trash. I mean,
I'm sure we talked about the Zion.
we
4.
didn't. We have not talked about it.
I
but
think
not
we did
just
at
that.
one point.
Listen, no, we didn't. Listen, we didn't talk about it, and nobody has talked about it. It's just all of a sudden out. It's just
This
all of a
looks
sudden. Oh, here's the Zion
vaguely familiar
because it
that
looks like the
we-
Jordan Airus, that Jordan Air or whatever is. It looks dead up like the Jordan. Go look at that one since you're on Nike.com. I think it's Air, H-E-I-R. Because it's the exact freaking same shoe. I mean, seriously. Besides it looks, the cut is similar, but I mean, look.
This isn't.
But seriously, it's like all of a sudden, Zion's shoes out.
I vaguely remember this. I
No,
don't
man,
know.
we
if
have not talked about it. It's not been touched.
Okay, well, I've seen it, but it is. This is. Who's the best Jordan athlete right now? Jason Tatum.
Yeah, God,
Terrible
I
shoes.
hate that.
Terrible shoes.
Terrible shoes.
These are the worst signature shoes in the NBA, I think.
No, there's no way.
Really?
Shay's
is this
worse
thing?
than this. Way worse.
Really?
We can go down a huge list of worse than this. Yes. Or equally worse. Equally bad.
I think this
I'm just
little.
shocked. Like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. That the most
Keep going. Keep
Publicized.
going.
the most unpublicized launch of a shoe that I can remember. Not a ad, not a nothing. Just all of a sudden, here's the Zion 4. And it's this. People just. Nike, come on. We can do better than this. But the other thing is, Zion's popularity is really low. And he's lazy and he's out of shape and he plays a quarter of the games. And whoops, Jordan signed him thinking he was going to be generational, and here we are. But Mason is totally wrong. There are way, way, way worse. We talk about worse signature shoes every week on this podcast. This is nowhere near the worst, and I will take that to the bank. Pick any Adidas, and it's going to be worse than this. Pick most LeBrons will be worse than this. There's way worse shoes than this. I'm sorry, Mason had to step away, and I heard a crying baby. So, and I don't have any control of. Oh, here he comes back. All right, we've said enough about this. Let's move on.
Okay.
I gave them plenty to chew on.
Okay.
That's
Well, yeah.
dope, but the Voodoo is cool.
The Voodoo is cool, but I'm just glad they're making him an off-court shoe. So all the games he misses, he can actually wear his own shoe still.
I said something similar.
Okay. Cool. All right. This is not supposed to be on there, but Caitlin Clark, they're designing her signature sneaker right now. But in the meantime, her Player Edition Fever, Indiana Fever shoe is slated for release this year. Thoughts, Hayes?
What model is that? Is that that's not the 5?
This is the 5.
This is the 5.
This is the 5.
Okay. Like the model, I don't like the colors of the Fever. So, whatever. I don't love this colorway because I don't like that color in general.
Yeah.
Too much blue on this shoe. Hey, too much blue on the shoe.
Was that cat just scaling the wall?
Trying to. I told you they're in heat and horny as crap. They're just crazy. It's like they might as well have snorted a line of coke. And yes, she was trying to climb up the wall, literally.
I think these shoes look pretty dope. I don't love the all blue, like down to the sole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too much blue, bro.
I think they look good on foot, but I really like. To me, this is like something that Kobe would have worn, akin to when he did like the soccer kit of whatever his favorite soccer team was, like Barcelona or whatever. This feels similar to that. It also, the heel tab is making me think of the
Elites.
J Balvin.
Oh.
The J Balvin Jordan 3s.
Yeah. Okay. The color, how it's ombre.
Yeah. But I think I actually like the way the colors work together. It's just that midsole, the navy blue all the way down to the bottom. White would have been really nice.
I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not going to remember this because you might not have even been born. So, and this might be a stretch, but follow me. So in 1990, I think it was 1998, DMX puts out his first album. It's called It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like, that's what the album's called. And it goes so good. And it's like platinum times 10 or whatever. And his record label, which is Def Jam, comes and says, "You're so hot, we're going to ride this wave, and we'll give you $1 million if you can put out another album this year." And so he rushed to put out this album, and it was subpar, I would say. But the point was, Def Jam was trying to capitalize on his popularity, and he just had this new album, and I feel like Nike's losing ground with trying to pull that off with Caitlin Clark. I feel like they should have pushed that to why she was scorching hot, and that was about a year ago when she was getting into the NBA, WNBA. They should have pushed her signature out faster.
I agree.
And I feel like we've waited too long, and it's not gonna pop like they need it to or wanted it to. Took too
Yeah,
long.
what is there something preventing them? Would there have been something preventing them from doing it during, like, while she was at Iowa? Like, we knew she was getting a signature shoe when she was there. Why didn't they have it ready? At least like 5 different versions ready. I agree. I think it's a total miss by Nike. Paying her $28 million over whatever, how many years? 7 years or something? I don't know. That might be too long. But like Nike this year had the first ever release of a PE of an NIL athlete, and that was Paige Beckers. Why didn't they do that with Caitlin Clark? I mean, the UConn brand is a lot bigger than the Iowa brand for women's basketball. I mean, no doubt. And Paige Beckers is a beast of an athlete, but Caitlin Clark had all the eyeballs. Like, you can't tell me. Like, and to be honest, other side of the coin too, I think she is not even comparable as a basketball player, but Reebok should have had something for Angel Reese, because people are on the Angel Reese. They should have had more than an apparel line. They should have had a basketball shoe for her.
Yeah.
And I think both of them really screwed it up. I mean,
but do you feel like, man, we've covered this so much. The WNBA is a product that loses money, significant amounts of money every year. So do you feel like they even have – is it even wise for Nike to have more than 2 women signature athletes? Is that even wise?
I don't think I'm deep enough in the WNBA fandom world.
I'm not either,
know.
but that's exactly the point, right?
But my devil's advocate to you would be, it doesn't matter how many if they make a dope shoe. Because look at the Sabrina ones. I went and bought Sabrina ones.
True.
And so there's no reason that you can't make another shoe that's good, that people want to wear, that can bleed over. Even if no men buy the Caitlin Clark shoes, there's a ton of women in middle school and high school playing basketball that would buy her shoes. And same with Angel Reese. And yeah, I think, I mean, you've got NBA players wearing Sabrina ones. And so you kind of proved yourself right, Nike, when you did that. But then to not give Caitlin Clark a signature shoe, I feel like, I don't know too much about how Nike basketball, like the women's side, runs, but I feel like, Diana Taurasi hated on Caitlin Clark for a long time, and she's Nike basketball, I think. And so that feels like there's something there that they didn't want to upset her, but like, she's 40.
Yeah.
40,
she ever sold a
something.
sneaker in her life? Has anybody
Exactly.
ever bought a Taurasi? Probably
Exactly. No, not a chance.
Yeah.
And,
Nike blew it on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we're in agreement there. And that's enough WNBA talk for about 6 episodes at least.
Yeah. Good job.
Let's jump back to, let's see what else we got. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. So.
Well, you got to go do a half a workout anyway. outside. And it's
that's all good.
freezing.
We're only 40 minutes in. I have other stuff to talk about. That was just all I had for slides.
Slides.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything else. Oh, yes, there's more. Did you see these?
No, I did not.
This is another
This Union.
Union. Yes,
That's the best one. Wow.
it's a Royal. If you're not on the YouTubes, you can look up the Union UNC Royal colorway. So it's a Royal up top, Frankenstein with a UNC on the bottom, and then yellow laces out of nowhere. I don't know where those are from, but it's like a Laney yellow laces. I mean, it's
they're
actually
sick, and they're
pretty cool. I guess all of them have yellow laces that come with it, but these are set to release in 2 weeks, on
What?
February 28th. Yeah.
Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Is both of these colorways coming out on the 28th? Is that what it's saying? The black, and the Chicago
wait.
Shadow, or whatever.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, the Chicago.
Okay,
Let's
so
see it.
I'm sorry. The Chicago is supposed to come out on the 28th. The other one is an unreleased sample.
Well, it's absolutely sick.
So they've got to come out with those. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
I don't feel like they've had anything close to that colorway. Union.
No. I mean, it is really cool.
Yeah, it's dope. I don't hate the yellow laces or orange or whatever that is. It gives it an off-white vibe. It feels very off-white with the orange.
Yeah.
And they'll have a bunch of laces in that pack.
Yeah, you can pick your laces on those for sure. Let's see. Oh, here was my nominee for worst shoe that I saw this week. I mean, worst is relative, obviously, but this.
I feel like all we talk about is bad shoes. So yeah, hit it with us.
Yeah, these. Oof. What is this? Is this worse than the Shea?
I mean, the color is really bad. So yes.
Yeah.
But it's got some Air Max 97 mixed with the 95, mixed with the Total Air, whatever you want to call it. And it's just a bad colorway.
Yeah.
It's probably a really dope shoe, just really bad colorway.
I don't know if it's a dope shoe, but this is the Air Max TL 2.5 Citron. What's the color?
What's the TL mean?
Total length air, maybe.
Total length air. Okay.
That's what I would assume.
I'd like to see another colorway.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think it's pretty terrible.
No, I'm not saying it's not.
Okay. We'll keep on going here. Oh, did you see these when we were talking about these last week?
No.
Georgetown.
I've seen several of these.
PE4s.
These are just, oh my gosh.
I mean, goodness.
Holy crap.
Yeah. If Georgetown doesn't get a commit just off of these, I mean, what are they doing?
I mean,
these are absolutely crazy dope.
Those are some of the most beautiful fours.
Yeah.
Ever. Georgetown or not. Oh my goodness. That is a perfect.
It's a beautiful shoe.
And it looks like leather, like the tumbled, like the material looks really dope. Oh my. Holy crap.
Look at the little can you see that? The little GU on the
shout
lace.
Out the person that came up with these guys.
Oh, they're so
They
cool.
are perfect. Wow.
Oh man. Yeah. Georgetown.
I mean,
did
those
it right.
are better. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're better than the North Carolina ones.
They are. Yeah.
They're more the more wearable.
Yeah.
With a whole lot of different things. Right.
Yeah.
And just
Absolutely.
the material on it is just. I'm lusting. I mean, I am coveting. It says, "Do not covet." That's one of the 10 Commandments. I just did it. What was that colorful thing down there? Whatever that really crazy colorful shoe was. What is that?
So this is the last one I got. The Montes Buzelis has got the
He's
Reebok
got
engine.
signature.
No, these are PEs. So
Okay.
Reebok came out with a new signature, or not signature, a new performance shoe, which was the first performance shoe Reebok has come out with in like 20 years for basketball. So they came out with this new one. That's what Angel Reese wears. It's what Matas Buzelis wears. Which, what a signing for Reebok. Buzelis. He's going in the dunk
really like
contest.
I
I really like him too. I think he's really good. But I like that he's in Chicago. He's got attitude too.
love the
So
guys that get a little bit of attitude.
yeah.
Got it.
So these are his different player editions that he'll have. I don't know if it's just for All-Star Weekend. But I mean,
The purple is pretty dope.
purple
dope.
and the tongue gives you like pump vibes,
Mm-hmm.
like the pump ball. I guess that's his logo. I don't think it's a very cool logo or whatever it is.
What's it supposed to be?
There's two different things on it, right? Or is that the same?
I
I guess
can't
it's
even
the
tell
same.
what it is.
It looks like it maybe an M and a 14.
Do you have a
M-
logo for yourself?
M14. I used to, and it wasn't very good.
I'm
Um,
gonna design a logo for you because I basically have one. But if you're, I feel
Yeah.
like you need one.
I messed around with one for a long time, but I think I could make a way better one now. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. These are.
I'm
not
gonna
very
be.
good.
I'm tasking myself to create a Mason Lee logo. What is that?
That's one of the signet or the
Oh,
player
that's-
editions.
This angle of it makes it look awful,
Yeah,
but horrible color selection on that one.
yeah, on kind
Yuck.
of all of them. There's not really. I wonder what this color selection is down in the bottom right.
Yeah.
The purple one's not bad.
Again,
Maybe
we're
we'll
talking
wear
about a
that for
guy who
this.
plays for the Bulls. Why the heck would you have
Yeah.
Easter colors or ugh, gross?
Also, we're talking about a guy who
What's the
plays like maybe he plays more now that
He
Levine's gone,
starts
but
now that Levine's gone. He
oh, he
starts.
does. Okay, I was about to say he's played like 12 minutes a game before
Yeah.
that. He's the only young guy on a terrible team. They're not playing him. The Bulls
That's
are
all
just a
changed.
mess, man. Okay, well that's good. All right, yeah, that's all I got. So, but Hayes, I called you this week, and I do have a new shoes alert.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm very excited. So we talked about them last week on the podcast. I went to 96 Kicks and was trading in. What was I trading in? Oh, didn't want to show that. I'm totally blanking on what I traded now.
Your band
The
ones.
band ones, yeah,
And
the band
your
ones from
fives?
2016 and the metallic fives from 2016, I think, as well. So I went to 96 Kicks, did a little coin flip because we couldn't agree on a price. I won the coin flip. So if we're talking money wise, I thought it was pretty fair. He gave me 100 for the metallic fives, which were non-dead stock. They were pretty used. Pretty used. They were lightly used, I would say, for that, having them for 10 years or 9 years. And then the bread ones were dead stock. And so his price was $460. I was like, yeah, I'd rather have 500. He was like, all right, we'll coin flip. So I won the coin flip, got 500. He was going to cash me out. And then I spotted some shoes and I was like, those look like my size. What are the odds? They're on the used platform of shoes. And I'm going to show them on the pod. Hayes has already seen them, but a shoe that I thought was going to be unattainable for myself. We're looking at the Off-White Desert Ore 90s. Man, I mean, you can see, Hayes, they are there's still some nips on the bottom of these.
Mhm.
Like they're worn for sure, but very lightly worn. I mean, almost perfect condition. There's a few frays on them. If you can
But
see.
look, You know what? I wore mine today, and here's the thing: off whites are built with imperfections, and so it
Yeah.
looked fresh
I
out of the
mean,
box. They looked a little used, but I wore mine today. They're they're probably my favorite shoes that I have.
I think they became my favorite shoes as soon as I got them. So they were 400, and looking at new prices, I thought I would never be able to get them. But what are the odds that an 11 and a half was put on the floor the day that I went and took them? So I got these, and I got $120 out of it.
Yeah.
So
Can't beat
And,
that. You'll wear
I
those
mean,
guys forever.
I don't know what 2016 Jordan prices were, but they weren't what they are now. So I mean, probably a total of 360 maybe,
Mm.
and then take 120 off that, so 240 for these. I don't know what retail is, but it can't be much worse than that.
Oh, it's crazy on those.
Yeah.
Take StockX like $800 or something.
So I mean, I have
Good for
not
you,
been
bud.
this excited for a pair of shoes. I don't know if ever. I mean, first pair of Jordans, Space Jams. I was really excited when I got the Space Jams. You can the reimagined or the Chicago ones for sure. But yeah, seeing these, I was very excited.
You're on
It
the off-white train.
reignited it reignited a little bit of stuff, and so yeah,
I got mine for far more than that. You know that?
yeah.
Okay, good. Let's
You
be
got yours with the COVID money, right?
That was the COVID turns.
Yeah.
I think I have 3 off-whited there.
You
3
got
off-whites,
the
Chicago
Air Max
ones.
or the
No,
Air
I've got-
Forces?
Yeah, the Volts.
Yeah.
Those. I got the 4s, the Sail, I think is what they're called. It's a
Really?
women's
I
shoe.
didn't know you had those.
And then the Gucci's. And then the Golden Goose. That was all in like a bam, 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 bam. Remember, I was going stupid. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
But those are my favorite shoes I own.
Do you still have what of those do you still have? All of them? How often do you wear Gucci sneakers?
Very rarely.
Very rare.
I
Like
think
what
I-
event?
I think I have them posted on eBay. Just
Oh, okay. Just to see if somebody will hit it.
yeah, they're too white. I need something else that's not so white.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All
Yeah,
right. Well, yeah, that was my sneakers moment. Also, couple local stories that we can talk about. Rooted opened up. Landon got to make his way over there. I went on Monday of this week. They opened up last Friday. Landon went on Friday, and I think on Monday as well. I got to go over there on my lunch break, and I'll probably be a frequent visitor. Get to know the folks on the ground at Rooted. Paco Cole is back as the store manager. So he'll be there every day. They got a cool cafe Rooted in the front, like right when you walk in is the cafe, and then you go to the back. And I'm sure you've seen pictures and stuff, but it is so cool in there.
It looks
It
pretty cool.
looks like a museum.
did they do
it-
that themselves, or that was how was they the people that were in there before them?
I didn't ask, but I think they did it themselves, and they've got a section in the back of the room that's like their photography studio right now, where they kind of photograph stuff, and there's some glass doors. But Cole was telling me, as in the next few months, 6 months, 6 to 12 months or so, there's going to be like a lounge back there where you can kind of hang out. So it sounds pretty cool. I think it'll be a place that, on my walks from work, that I'll go down there and hang out. There's a park right beside it, so that'd be cool. But yeah, I think it was really dope.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
dope.
really cool. I'd love to have Cole back on to talk about some of the stuff. I'm sure there's some crazy stories that they had. I know Landon shared about their floor, like getting all screwed up or something. I couldn't tell when I was in there that anything had gone wrong. I mean, it truly, if you were a sneakerhead or somebody who loves like high fashion, which is not me, for the high fashion part. But I would think that if you're coming to Nashville, you're probably gonna find yourself in the Gulch at some point. You have to go to Rooted. Like, you've got to go see it. It's really cool, and I do think they need a little bit. They don't have that Music City Vintage one of one feel. Like, you're not gonna find something crazy in there. Um, but it is a cool atmosphere, and I think the cafe is a cool touch too. But I think it's something, if you come to Nashville and you're in that sphere, you've got to go to Rooted now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that before. I don't think their
From
Hermitage.
pictures, it looks like how I envision. I've never been in a Kith, but it kind of feels like that in
Yeah.
the pictures I've seen.
I've never been in a Kith either, but I would assume the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's
Which
like
makes sense. That's their vibe.
yeah. Yeah, they've got their own apparel in there. They've got Rude. I didn't
Some
look at any
Coachella.
price tags.
Brain Dead, Honor the Gift.
I didn't
probably
see
have some
Honor the
Chrome
Gift when I
Hearts.
was in there, or Chrome Hearts,
Hmm.
but that doesn't mean they don't have it. They've got a Solomon section. Yeah, you just got to go check it out. It's in the Gulch. Let me know if you're going. I'll try to meet you there on my lunch break if it's not raining. But yeah, really cool, really cool. On the other hand, we had one store open. We have another one closing.
Breaking
So,
news.
Sad for, but hopefully it's positive. Rooted closed and they reopened, and this time Red Rose Hype. Shout out to Jenny, who was one of our first guests back in year 2 of the podcast. We're almost on year 5, so maybe we can get her to come on. I don't know what she's going to be doing right now, but she announced tomorrow, right, is their last day. So I think they
And a
have 30.
huge sale too. So if you want to get a good deal on, based on our Instagram, there's like 50% off, 30 to 50%
wow.
off just about everything.
Yeah. So go hit up Red Rose. I'd love.
I would
to
be
see them.
shocked if hers is more like location as well. She needs to
That's
get out.
what I was thinking too.
At least that
Yeah.
part of it, because it's not a good place for her to be. She got robbed, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just that's a tough part of town to have that product.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She's built a pretty good. I feel like, without knowing the background of, or behind the scenes of her store, but it feels like she's got a pretty good client base, customer base, buying and selling stuff. They get high end stuff over there. It's really good stuff, and I would assume that she's built up enough credibility in Nashville that she can probably move, and hopefully that's part of the plan, is to just get something in a higher foot traffic. Like, if you're going to Red Rose, you're only going because Red Rose is
You're not going anywhere over there.
right. Yeah.
Anywhere else over there.
So hopefully, you can upgrade that at some point. So that'd be really cool. And maybe we try to get her on. I reached out to a couple people for this week, but couldn't get them in. So we'll have a guest next week and figure that out. But yeah. So shout out to Jenny. Shout out to Rooted. Anything else that I'm missing in terms of news?
I don't think so. That was a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that was a lot. Look at that, 59 minutes. We got 30 seconds for a little outro wrap. We love you all. Thank you for joining the Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you. Give us a
And
really
we
funny
appreciate
review.
that.
Make it 5 stars. Follow all the stuff.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Don't know what.
Oh, maybe I need a back scratch. I look like a flapjack. Something with a pancake covered in syrup. Yeah. I syrup. A bizzard. If you don't like it, you can take it to the gizzard. I'm Kizurban. Kizurban, we're Gizurban. You got your gizzard, it's Valentine's Day. I shoot an arrow through your heart and I eat it. Pull it out your rib cage and I suck on it like a gummy bear. Jujubes. I love jujubes, even though one time I got clogged up. I had to dig it out of my butt. It was horrible. It's not the only time a man's hand's been in my butt. You got a prostate exam. You're a prosthetic sham. You're a sham. You're a sham. That's good.
We'll see you next week. Peace.
Whatever.